trying that. Welcome back. We are live on Channel 5, also live on My 5. Lizzie and Henry are still with me. Now, later we will be speaking to Which expert, Harry Kind. He'll be giving us his top tips for making our money go just a little bit further on holiday, so you don't want to miss that. But first, they are man's best friend or woman's best friend. But should dogs, like Boo, always be kept on the lead in public? Yes, I just said your name, sweetheart. Sit back down. Give us a call on 0207 862 2222 and we'll speak to you in just a moment. So Tower Hamlets Council in London say that they've seen a sharp rise in the number of unruly pets on the streets. So they're considering new rules now. They want dogs banned entirely from gated play parks and sport areas, as well as requiring them to keep on leads in all public places at all times. But residents are up in arms, saying that this is going to make their life significantly harder and will really harm well-trained dogs. But if you're a dog owner, would you be happy to keep your pet Pooch on a lead whenever you're out and about? Do let us know your thoughts on this. Lizzie, I know you're a dog lover. What's your thoughts on keeping dogs on a lead at all times?
No, it's down to the owner to train the dog very well so it doesn't yap and run off. I look after 3 different dogs. I think you may have some pictures of them, my little babies.
Do, yeah.
And if you're good at training your dog...
Well, hold on, wait. Before we go any further, are they in some sort of pram?
They have a pram where they're pushed about. Because
well, that's essentially a very weird lead for a dog.
It is a weird lead, but they're free. They're not pulled on the neck. And as you know, with these little dogs, their little legs get very tired.
These pictures are actually bringing up more questions than they're answering here.
There's Boofy in one of my lovely handbags. But look, they've got little legs, they get tired. You can't pull them on a lead all the time. They don't like it. And, you know, I happily carry mine or put them in a pram or put them in a handbag.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it. But to have them on the lead all the time is really sad. Look, if they're untrained and if they're a yappy dog, I understand it. But not when they're like little Boo and my Boofy.
Well, she's not being very well behaved now. I'm trying to get her to face the camera and she's sort of refusing. She's being a bit camera shy.
I've got a secret dog biscuit in my pocket.
Oh, do you? Is that why she's just travelling over to see you? Always keep one in your pocket, just in case you need it. Henry, what's your thoughts with dogs always being on the lead?
I mean, having met Boo personally for the first time, I want Boo to have all the freedom she wants and needs and to be free, to be happy and whatever. But the figures speak for themselves. I mean, we've got a year-on-year increase of about 25% or so of the incidents causing harm to individuals, you know, children, adults, etc., in various parts of the country, in Tower Hamlets, where people are particularly concerned. So this isn't happening in a vacuum. And, yeah, it's all very well to say it's all about bad owners, not bad dogs. But in the end, certain types of dogs, certain sizes of dogs, breeds of dogs, are almost impossible to control when they slip their lead, when they defy their owner, when they have no recall. What are you to do? I mean, if you're a child and you're with your parent, you're walking along, you want to be safe. We've just been talking about children feeling safe. Children, they can feel extremely distressed when there's a big, large dog which has no recall and that is running in their direction, and who can help them if the dog starts attacking them? So we've got to think about mitigation measures, and one of them is perhaps not allowing dogs to be in certain closed-off areas like children's playgrounds, etc.
I think in most children's playgrounds they're actually not allowed in even at the moment. So this is just firming up those sorts of rules. But Henry has a point. Actually, you can't make one rule for one kind of dog and not for another. It needs to be.
I think you can. If you've got we've had those terrible instances with the XL bully dogs and certain dogs which are looking frightening, or if they're not well trained. Of course, they've got to be on a lead. But little dogs like Boo don't have to be on a lead all the time, and they don't like it. They don't want to walk. I don't know with Boo. My dog, when I pull it, just sits back and you're just pulling it by the neck. It's actually rather nasty.
It really depends on whether she's in the mood.
Boo agrees with me, don't you? Yes, you do.
Oh God, look at this.
Probably does, actually.
We're having a loving.
OK, we're going to speak to Priya now from London. Are you a dog owner, a dog lover, or are you not so keen?
Hello?
Priya.
Hi, yeah, it's me, yes. I completely agree that all dogs should be on leashes because I've had an accident with my older dog some years ago. Oh. Nearly lost his kidney. And then he's only tiny, a little chihuahua. And we've got a second one. We've got a little park across where I live. And just recently, about 2 months ago, we had 2 big Alsatians going for both of them. And those dogs weren't on a leash. And I think even my dogs were on the leash. We were walking them with the leash on. And I think, yes, definitely, I think a law should be passed that all dogs should be on leashes because it's safety, safety, safety for smaller dogs.
Well, I mean, that must have been incredibly terrifying. I suppose the counter-argument to that is, on balance, stats say that dogs are more aggressive when they are on the lead, when they're restricted.
I don't think so. These two dogs, there's a designated area, fenced area, for dogs to play. And these two dogs were there. What they did, they were quite big and large. They jumped over the fence and came to us where we were walking our dogs. And we were very sort of wary of them. There were other dogs around. And we've been very guarded with our little ones, especially after the older one was attacked. So I think, yes, definitely. I think there should be some sort of a law. Definitely. I agree.
All dogs on the lead at all times. I do wonder about exercise. I mean, you'll know yourself as a dog owner, you have to exercise dogs incredibly regularly, or they get ill or they get angry. And actually not having a dog off the lead at some point during the day so they can have a run around could be detrimental to their health and maybe their emotional state too.
I agree with that too. But if you've got a garden, you do it in your back garden. Like because we don't have a garden, we live in a flat. We walk our dogs really early in the morning when there aren't many around, you know.
That seems
and we put them in that designated area where they're just little dogs, and then take them away quickly because we know by 7 o'clock the larger dogs coming in with their owners, and it's really upset me because we nearly lost my older dog years ago. You know, and since then I've been very guarded. So
it sounds like you're being incredibly responsible as a dog owner there, going out very early. Thank you very much for your call. Jane from Lincolnshire. Should all dogs be on leads at all times, even Boo?
Hi, you guys. No, I disagree completely. I live near the beach, and we have a section of the beach where dogs are allowed to be off the lead. Further up the beach, there is an area of the beach, if you take your dog, it has to be on the lead. And my dog and other dogs integrate on this beach, and it's a little bit of a community. All the dogs play, and I've had no problem at all.
But what happens when a dog comes in that's unruly, that has an owner that isn't as responsible as the rest of you? That's the problem, isn't it, Jane?
It is. That has happened to me.
Okay.
I have a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. She's very, very anxious, but not aggressive. She doesn't like it if a dog barks near her. She comes really close to me. And there was some sort of dog walking service on that stretch of beach, and one of their dogs, big dogs, came bounding over, and because she's a staffy, there was a man walking, and he actually said, I wasn't staring at you, I was just checking because I knew the dog did come over. So I agree that does happen, that there are unruly dogs, but you get that. But that is a beach where you can let your dogs off. And it's like I say, it's a community. People meet up there early. Nobody really goes down there when the beach is full, but everyone's off the beach like 5, 6 o'clock. So then you take your dogs back down on the beach.
Jane, it sounds quite lovely, but I can also understand the concerns of people that maybe live in areas that don't have as respectful dog owners as perhaps you do around you.
Jane,
Think we'll be moving.
I know.
Thank you very much for your call.